like no one else matters. Because they might be more talented, they might have more followers, but they'll never outlast you if they can't outwork you. This isn't about hype, this is about hunger. The kind that doesn't fade when it gets tough, it grows. You grind when it's boring. You show up when it's hard. You stay locked in when everyone else is distracted. That's how you win. You don't need to prove anything with words. Let your efforts speak. Let your discipline echo. Let your results hit louder than any noise around you. When they slow down, you speed up. When they rest, you rise. You're not here to compete. You're here to dominate. Outwork everybody until you're the one they can't catch, the one they can't ignore, the one they never saw coming. Outwork everyone. No excuses. Everybody wants to be a lion until it's time to do what lions do. They all want to be alpha. They all want to lead the pack. They all want the crown, the attention, the lifestyle, but they don't want the hunt. They don't want the grind. They don't want to wake up when it's cold, tired, dark, and silent, and still go get it. You see them all the time. They wear motivation on their chest. They post quotes. They scream online. But offline, they're ghosts. No discipline, no consistency, no fire. They love success, but only from a distance. They flirt with greatness, but never commit. They like the idea of domination, but they'll never taste it. Because domination has a cost, and you're one of the rare few who are actually willing to pay it. While they're busy hoping for the right time, you create the right time. While they're begging for inspiration, you move with pure discipline. While they take 2 steps and quit when it hurts, you run through hell with purpose. You don't care how long it takes. You don't care how hard it gets. You don't care if they doubt you, because you're not doing it for likes. You're not doing it for validation. You're doing it because you made a promise to yourself to never be average again. This isn't about getting ahead. It's about never falling behind. Because the moment you stop grinding, the moment you stop pushing, someone else out there is gaining on you. While you're relaxing, they're improving. And if you give them enough time, they'll take your spot, your place, your dream. So what do? You go harder, you push deeper, you get up earlier, you go to bed later, you work through the pain, you move through the boredom, you conquer the repetition, you suffer with purpose. Because you finally accepted one cold truth. If you want something 99% of people will never have, you've got to do what 99% of people will never do. That means showing up when it's boring. That means grinding when it's quiet. That means choosing pain over pleasure, discipline over dopamine, sacrifice over comfort, work over everything. They want shortcuts. You build endurance. They want cheat codes. You build character. They want results fast. You build habits slow.
You've got mail.
Chase hype. You chase the man you're becoming. The one who doesn't flinch when it's tough. The one who doesn't run when it's hard. The one who doesn't fold under pressure. You've trained your mind to go further. Your body to last longer. Your spirit to rise higher. You've turned resistance into fuel. Now when the struggle comes, you don't break, you smile. Because this is where you thrive. This is where legends are born. In the silence, in the repetition, in the dark where no one claps and no one sees. But you're still there, still grinding, still chasing the 1%. Because you've decided, I will not be outworked. Not by him, not by her, not by anyone. This is your life. This is your name. This is your legacy. And nobody is going to build it for you. You can't outsource discipline. You can't delegate hustle. You can't fake consistency. You either do the work or you lose. And you're not here to lose. You're here to conquer. You're here to leave your footprint on the earth so deep that even when you're gone, the ground remembers your steps. This is about respect, self-respect, respect for your future, respect for your potential, and the only way to earn it, outwork every single person you know. Outwork them when no one believes in you. Outwork them when your body wants to quit, but your mind says go. Outwork them in silence. Outwork them in the shadows. Outwork them so hard that even if they try to catch up, they never will. Because you didn't give 100% once. You gave it every single day. And that's the difference. That's the separation. That's the line between them and you. They wish. You work. They talk. You take. They want it. You bleed for it. And that's why you win. The grind is where winners are built. Everybody sees the win. They see the muscles, the money, the cars, the status, the success. But what they don't see is the war that built it. They don't see the early mornings with tired eyes and empty energy. They don't see the late nights when your body is wrecked, but your mind won't let you rest. They don't see the skipped parties, the lonely meals, the days that feel like years. They don't see the grind. And that's where it all happens. Not under the spotlight, but in the shadows. Not in applause, but in silence. The grind is the furnace. And most people, they can't handle the heat. They want success, but they don't want the suffering. They want greatness, but they don't want the grind. They want the reward, but they're allergic to discipline. They don't want pressure, pain, and repetition, but that's exactly where the monsters are made. Let me tell you something. There's a version of you inside that most people will never meet. A version built through fire, built through sacrifice, built through days and nights of pure relentlessness. But that version only shows up if you earn it. And you earn it in the gym when you're running on fumes. You earn it on the track when your legs are dead, but you keep moving. You earn it in that cold morning when you lace up your shoes while they sleep. You earn it when nobody's clapping, but you grind anyway. Because this path, it's not for everyone. It's brutal, it's repetitive, it's lonely. But if you stay in it, you become something the world doesn't know how to stop. This is where the savage is born. In the silence, in the sweat, in the sessions nobody sees. This is where you earn your stripes, where you sharpen your blade, where you separate yourself from the rest permanently. You see, most people quit when the pain shows up, when it gets boring, when they're tired. They tap out, they retreat to comfort, they fall back to average, but not you. You push harder, you lean into the fire, because you know what they don't. There's no elevation without suffering, no greatness without grind. You grind when you don't feel like it. You grind when no one's watching. You grind when your body's screaming and your mind's trying to cut corners. And you still don't flinch. Because you've already decided you're not leaving this life average. Not now, not ever. You made a promise to yourself to go all in, to take the pain, to earn the right to stand on top, alone if you have to. That's the truth they never tell you. The grind will take people from you. Friends, relationships, free time, gone. You'll be misunderstood, laughed at, judged. But one day, they'll ask how you did it. And you'll answer with one word: grind. Because this ain't luck. This ain't a trend. This isn't for show. This is work. Day in, day out. Bleed for it, sweat for it, starve for it if you have to. And while they're posting quotes, you're stacking wins. While they're hitting snooze, you're stacking reps. While they're dreaming, you're doing. You don't need validation. You don't need applause. You don't need someone to tell you good job. The grind is the reward. Because every drop of sweat is a deposit, and every deposit builds the life you said you wanted. So keep going. When it hurts, grind. When you're tired, grind. When it feels like nothing's working, grind harder. Because one day they'll look up and you'll be gone. Miles ahead, too focused, too far, too dangerous. And they'll whisper, how did he become that? And the answer will be simple. You became that in the grind, alone, focused, ruthless, relentless. Hunger is the real advantage. Let me tell you something that separates men from boys, beasts from sheep, kings from pawns. It's not talent, it's not money, it's not who you know, it's hunger. The raw, unfiltered need to become something greater than what the world expects you to be. That relentless obsession, that fire that doesn't flicker, doesn't fade, and sure as hell doesn't die when things get hard. Because talent fades. It withers when life punches you in the face. It's pretty, polished, and weak without discipline. You can be the most gifted guy in the room, but if you don't outwork the man next to you, it means nothing. Because here's the real truth. The most dangerous man is not the loudest, not the flashiest, not the one with the most followers. It's the one who's been grinding in the shadows, the one who's been building while no one paid attention, the one who's got nothing but is ready to give everything, the one with that dog in him that I will not quit, I will not fold, I will not stop until I conquer everything in front of me mentality. He doesn't care about opinions. He doesn't care about the spotlight. He doesn't care if you believe in him or not, because he's already decided he's gonna take what's his. When you're truly hungry, comfort becomes the enemy. Rest becomes a weapon, not a reward. You don't work when you feel like it, you work when it's time to rise, which is always. When you're hungry, you don't need to be reminded of your goals. They haunt you. They burn in your mind every second you're not moving toward them. You feel guilty when you're not improving. You feel sick when you're standing still. This is deeper than motivation. This is deeper than hype. This is about your standard, your identity. You want to be different? Then act different, think different, train different, suffer different, because success is paid for, and the currency is pain, sacrifice, and repetition. Hunger doesn't let you skip the hard parts. It drags you through them. It tells you to go again when your body says enough. It laughs at the word tired. It turns pain into fuel. It says, let's go to war. While they sleep, you sharpen. While they doubt, you execute. While they make excuses, you make moves. You want to win? Then embrace the ugly parts, the early mornings, the lonely nights, the workouts when your body says no, the hours of study when your brain wants to zone out, the meals you skip, the friends you lose, the parties you turn down, because that's what greatness costs. You think champions were built by balance, by ease, by convenience? No, they were built by obsession, by waking up at 5 a.m. for a dream nobody else believed in, by sacrificing relationships for vision, by burying weakness over and over under reps, sweat, pressure, and pain. The world doesn't care how you feel, it cares if you can deliver. And the man who stays hungry always delivers. Because hunger sharpens you, it humbles you, it hardens you, it turns you into someone who can't be broken. The reason most people never level up? Because they're full of distractions, full of comfort, full of excuses. But you're empty. And that's your power. Empty of ego, empty of satisfaction, empty of fake pleasure, starving for greatness. So don't pray for an easier path. Pray for more hunger. Pray to crave the grind. Pray to crave the pain that makes you stronger. The man who is willing to outsuffer everyone else is the man who will take it all. He'll get what others only dream about. Why? Because while others wish, he works. While others complain, he executes. While others settle, he builds. He doesn't chase validation, he chases results. And he doesn't stop when he's tired, he stops when he's done. So if you're reading this thinking, I want to go big, I want to rise, I want to become that man, then understand you will have to suffer, you will have to sacrifice, you will have to do what 99% of people are too soft to do. But the reward? Everything you've ever wanted and more. Power, discipline, respect, legacy. But none of that comes to the lazy. None of it comes to the distracted. None of it comes to the weak. It comes to the hungry. So stay cold, stay ruthless, stay relentless, stay hungry, because the world spoon-fed every goal, crushed every wall, buried every doubt, and claimed everything they said he couldn't have. You have to make it impossible to catch you. There are levels to this, and most people, they'll never understand. They're chasing comfort. You're chasing greatness. They show up when they feel good. You show up no matter what, and that right there, that's the separation. That's the gap. That's where boys get left behind and men get remembered. You're not just working to be good at what you do, you're working to become unreachable. You're building a machine so ruthless, so consistent, that even if someone tried to copy your blueprint, they'd break before they got halfway. You have to make it unfair. Unfair in your discipline, unfair in your standards, unfair in your hunger to suffer more than anyone else is willing to. When they do 5 reps, you do 15. When they take days off, you add extra days on. When they give 70%, you give 150% and then go back for more. Because this isn't about just winning the game, it's about rewriting it. You're not here to be a competitor. You're here to be a one-man dynasty. The kind of name that echoes in rooms you haven't even stepped into yet. And how do you do that? By building a gap that no one, and I mean no one, can close. They're sleeping? Good. That means you're up getting sharper. They're relaxing? Perfect. You're out here hunting, breaking limits, setting new standards. While they waste time trying to feel ready, you're out here getting dangerous. You're stacking days they'll never get back. You're clocking miles they won't even try to walk. You're creating a distance they'll never close. Not in a week, not in a year, not ever. You've got to live like your future depends on it, because it does. You've got to train like someone is coming for everything you've ever wanted, because they are. But here's the difference. They think they want it. You're willing to bleed for it. They chase the dream when it's sunny. You chase it through storms, injuries, hate, failure, loneliness, and pain. That's the formula. That's what they don't have the stomach for, and that's why they'll never catch you. They'll try, they'll mimic your moves, steal your quotes, follow your routine, but they won't last because they're tourists in the land of suffering. You live here. You built your house in the fire. You learned to breathe where they choke. You have to make yourself the kind of man who wakes up every day with a chip on his shoulder and a fire in his chest that says, come and try me, but just know I'm not slowing down for anyone. You work until people stop comparing themselves to you. You grind until they say, he's different. You level up so fast they can't figure out what planet you're operating on. And the truth is, they don't even hate you. They hate that you make them feel lazy. They hate that your results expose their weakness. They hate that while they talked, you acted. Let them, because your focus is not on being liked. Your focus is on becoming legendary. So what does this life look like? It looks like waking up early when no one's clapping for you. It looks like going the extra round with no camera, no crowd, no coach. It looks like choosing pain over pleasure, sacrifice over safety, delayed gratification over instant dopamine, and day after day that distance you're building, it grows. Silently, powerfully, relentlessly, until one day you're so far ahead that it's comical they ever thought they could catch you. You'll hear them say, how did he do it? What's his secret? Must be luck, but you'll know. There was no secret. You just did what they were never willing to do. You said no to comfort, no to excuses, no to mediocrity, and yes to war every damn day. So now, don't slow down. Don't check behind you. Don't wait for them to catch up. Break their spirits, shatter the pace. Outwork them so hard it becomes psychological warfare. They won't just be behind you physically. They'll be behind you mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Because this grind, it's not just building a future, it's building a legacy. One that says, I wasn't just better, I made it impossible for you to ever be in my league. In the end, it's not about talent, it's about how bad you want it. When no one's watching, when everyone else is sleeping. You grind through the silence. You suffer in the dark so you can shine in the light. Because while they're dreaming, you're working, and that's how you outwork everyone. If this hit you, smash that like, hit subscribe, and comment "I outwork them" to prove you stayed locked in till the end. Keep your head down, keep your work up, and I'll see you in the next one.